though we always talk about the extravagant lives of celebrities, some of the presidents of the world are living the luxurious lives that even celebrities dream of. On the other hand, despite having all the power and the money in the country, some decide, just like AMLO, the new president of Mexico, to turn the presidential house into a museum and a cultural space and live in a small home in all modesty. In this video, we will show all you need to know about some of the heads of the countries all around the world. So, stay tuned and don't forget to subscribe. The White House. Without a doubt, this is one of the most famous presidential residences on the planet because it is the home to the most powerful president in the world, or so they say. White House received that name in 1901 from Teddy Roosevelt. Previously, it was simply known as the Executive Mansion. Although George Washington is considered the father of the United States of America and perhaps the most important US president, he is the only president who did not live in the White House. One of the most famous rumors of this mansion is that the spirit of Abraham Lincoln still lurks inside there, and it is taking care of a supposed hidden treasure. The residence has been restored several times, once in 1814 after the British Army set fire to it and caused great external and internal damage, and again during the period from 1948 to 1952. To give you an idea of how complicated the restoring of the White House can be, about 570 gallons of paint are needed just to paint its iconic white walls. Finally, this palace was one of the first buildings adapted with ramps and elevators for people with disabilities because President Franklin Roosevelt was on a wheelchair and needed to move inside independently. And let's not mention the dentist's office, the hidden pool, or the bowling alley in the basement. It is a millionaire house for a millionaire inhabitant. The fortune of the current president, Donald Trump, is estimated at $2.9 billion. The Hidden Palace of Putin. The historic and neoclassical building located on the Red Square of Russian capital Moscow, Kremlin, is the official home of the President Putin. However, in 2017, a recording of alleged hidden palace of the Russian president, located in some island in Gulf of Finland, was released. The video was published by the Russian opposition leader, and in it you can see that although the 50-acre site includes a series of new villas with its own helipad, it is heavily sheltered and it belongs to close friends of the Russian president. As expected, once the video was out and it went viral, it became a huge scandal. The new presidential palace of Abu Dhabi. We all know about the enormous economic power of the United Arab Emirates. For that reason, it is not surprising that the project of the new presidential palace that will be the home to the most important politicians of this region and of its president is currently being developed. This mansion will be built on a land of 150 hectares and will exceed 16,000 square meters. Well, that really sounds like them. Of course, the palace will have a huge and luxurious press room, VIP private wings, ostentatious dining rooms, its own mosque, and obviously reinforced guard towers. The Alvorada Palace in Brazil. The official presidential residence of Brazil is located in the country's capital, Brasilia, and will now be occupied by the new president, Jair Bolsonaro, who, by the way, is quite controversial due to much of the political reforms he intends to establish in Brazil. The Palace of Alvorada, which was designed by the famous architect Oscar Niemeyer, and inaugurated in April 1960, was the talk of the town in March 2017, as the then president and his family decided to leave the facility and move to a smaller residence. According to reports, the presence of a ghost inside. Wow. Seems like White House is not the only presidential residence with other dimensions within its walls. Its extraordinary modernist facility built in 5 luxurious apartments. It all will serve so that the new First Lady, Michelle Bolsonaro, enjoys it with having at least 50 members to her total service. Which of these mansions would you prefer to live in? Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one.